appreciate you for jumping on today. I know you're a busy man.
Of course, thank you for having me.
So I just want to start off, of course, if you don't know, I'm Shay, KMEL out here in the Bay, nights and
In the
all
Bay.
that. In the Bay.
No, in the
Have you
Bay.
ever actually been up here?
I've been to Oakland for Rolling Loud.
Really?
I don't know. Is that the Bay? That's the
Yeah,
Bay.
it's in Oakland. It's at Oracle.
Yeah, it's at Oracle. Yeah,
I was there the last time. I'm surprised I didn't cross
I
paths
was
with you.
there. I was there.
Okay,
I was in
okay.
the crowd being mad normal, but I mean, I went with Ian Dior, the artist. He's my artist, but
Yeah.
I went there for him to perform. But like, I was in the crowd just chilling, smoking, hanging out. It's cool.
Chillin'.
I like the Bay vibes.
Well, next time you come to the Bay, we got to give you a real introduction outside of the music festival because it's a whole lot
Outside of
of,
Oakland.
outside of Oakland, there's a whole lot of culture here in the Bay that still exists. It's very different. You know what I mean?
Outside of Oakland.
I can't believe you didn't go to San Francisco or like
I've
just explore a little
never
bit.
been to San Fran ever. I want to so bad.
It's the food, bro. They call it the little Paris of the West Coast.
My
So,
boy, my boy Golden's from San Fran, so
mm-hmm.
he's always talks up San Fran so highly. I wanna come see it.
Got to bring you out here. Well, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it
For
much.
the storm, definitely had some bangers on there, and I was like, oh,
Almost gold.
okay.
Almost gold.
Listen, shortly
In 3
it will be
months
gold.
for
Exactly.
producers. Not bad. I'll take it.
You
I'll
know what
take it.
surprised me with the project though? Well, one, when I heard you talking about how Lemonade actually came about and how the song was actually 2 years old and almost didn't like you forgot about it. I'm
It's
like,
3 years
bro,
old.
how did you forget about it?
It's like I don't even. It's not that we forgot about the song. Like obviously we always knew the song. It's
Yeah.
whenever we made the song, I was so new to the music industry that I didn't realize it was a hit because I made it when I was new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But over time it just like it found a way to work its way back. I feel like with music there's no expiration date. So
They're written. Yeah.
it's not. Yeah. They're like the Fleetwood Mac song that just went viral again. It came out as a big hit.
Right.
It's just time. You know what I mean? Like good music, there's no expiration date on it.
It's funny because when I heard that with your record, it reminded me of the LMA Boot Up, and that song was 2-3 years old before it became a hit. So sometimes when you record the song, it may not necessarily be ready for right now, but when it goes, and it goes out of nowhere. So I'm just happy that you guys were able to recognize
One of the blessed chosen few to get one of them big records. You know what I mean? And it's not like a Harry Styles or like a one of these bigger artists. It's little old internet money. We're the chosen ones this year. So
you call it's funny that you're humble in a way where you're like little old internet money when if people been paying attention, y'all been kind of doing your thing for at least the last 3 years. Like it's
the ones that won't go away.
Right. So do you feel like the industry is finally starting to put some respect on your name?
Oh yeah, for sure. People definitely like always respected us. Like whenever I reach out to people, they're like, "Oh man, I see you CEO shit, like killing it, blah blah blah, whatever." But now to really have like these records, like we got 2 on Billboard right now. The one with Young Boy and Leroy, like in the 70s, and then Lemonade, which is number 6 right now.
Yeah.
So, we're blessed. We're doing our thing. Just to remain to be humble about it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like just as quick as we got it, it could be taken away tomorrow. So just being cool and just appreciating the process and understanding that everything happens for a reason.
Well, that's a question that I also had for you because you guys have such a network of just quote unquote friends that y'all work with. Like when you look at your album, you have some fire on there, you know what I mean? But like, how did you cultivate and develop those relationships to the point where you can be like, hey, we want to do a project and we just want to throw on whoever,
It's actually a crazy thing. A lot of people just look at like, oh, cool, yo, what's up? You know me now. Let me get this. And the thing for the internet money's been doing for the past 3 years since we've been in the music industry is just shutting up and really not asking people for shit and just doing good business and just taking care of the people that we work with and developing those relationships. So whenever we were ready to do an album and I'm like, yo, bro, Corona shit's going on. I know you're not touring.
You ain't got shit else to do.
You ain't got shit else to do. I'm putting out an album. So if you need, you know what I mean? Like send me some songs. But well, it just building the relationships and people like really fucking with internet money in the movement. And whenever they come over and they come in the crib and there's 40 people and we all working and doing stuff and it's just like a little Santa's workshop over here. Like they respect the grind. So it's just the building them relationships, that respect, you know what I mean? That trust whenever they get in the studio with us, that we're going to do everything in our power to try to give them a hit record to change their life. You know what I mean? So now, instead of us giving other people a hit, we gave ourselves one this time. Christmas came a little early, but
and I feel like there's more hits on there to be discovered. Like I was surprised for me to find Lil Spirit Devastated on there, because for me it wasn't what I was expecting to hear. Yeah. But for me, that might have been my favorite just because it was so unexpected for me.
A lot of people love that song. That's crazy.
I love that record.
It's like a
this
Bieber record
from a female. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah, of course. That's why I wanted to do it. And everything. I mean, like the ladies ain't gonna want to listen to Lemonade 24/7. They're gonna want, gotta switch it up on it.
There's definitely a pop record in there that I was like, wait a minute, who's Lil Spirit? I was like, wait,
Lil Spirit. Like, is this Justin Bieber?
Exactly. So I, of course, was doing my homework on it, and I was like, wait, this was a last minute record?
Yep. Lil Spirit is also from the Bay. You know
Holler.
Yep. Shout out my boy Gino out here killing it, man. Yeah.
Yo.
It's just another little like secret weapon we have. He's one of the best songwriters, and it's probably one of my favorite songs of his. So I was like, man, I gotta get that record for the project. And he's just mad cool about whatever. So he was just, willing and able for us to take it. And I'm like, bet, we'll turn it up.
He's like, we'll turn it. Well, what I do love is that with y'all projects or with your project, I feel like the songs that people gravitate to are natural. It's not like all about hype. It's not force fed to people. You know what I mean? I feel like when it's natural, that's when you have a real core fan base.
What I love about the album too is like it's a lot of our influences. Like, what other album you gonna go see Kevin Gates, Wiz Khalifa, like with Juice WRLD, like
right, or a Lil Tecca or whoever, right?
Or, yeah, you're not, and it's just like a mix of like I was influenced by Wiz Khalifa and like Kevin Gates. I'm from the South, I'm from Jacksonville, so Kevin Gates is like a god in the South. So for me, like we did that song with Kevin Gates in 2017, and it's just one of the things like he got locked up, whatever. It meant a lot to him, and I was like, let me get that record. He's like, hey, big bro. Take the record, big brother. So, shout out to Kevin, shout out to Draco.
Right.
Just that type of, dynamic on the album. Just people we really fuck with growing up, and then new artists that we really like. Like, yo, y'all should listen to these.
Right. Which is what I was gonna actually say. The project kind of reminded me of, not on some DJ Khaled shit, but some modern day young DJ Khaled shit, a mixture of young and old.
Fine.
Like, I learned about Lil Spirit from your project. I'm sorry. I'm from the Bay. Love him to death.
From the Bay.
But this is how I got my introduction. So I had to go do my homework afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for you, given that, I would say you have about a 4 or 5 year real depth knowledge of the industry. What has been like your biggest lesson in the game?
Oh, man. So many lessons. So much stuff has happened. Just more so not letting my emotions get the best of me, because I'm a really emotional person. That's kind of why I have to smoke as much as I do, because I will let one thing ruin my damn whole day, and I'll just snap on everybody the whole day after that. So being high just calms me down. Just understand that when things, also you got to just manage your expectations getting into this industry. Because nothing goes as you would expect it to go. Like, you're like, oh man, when I get my verse, like top 10 song, like I'm gonna get like the parade, like I'm LeBron. In reality, it's like, nah, you get a top 10 song and they're like, why is it not number 1? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So just manage your expectations. Just understand that like nothing's ever gonna go how you expect it to be in your head, and just being cool when shit happens, and being humble and being cool about it.
Well, I also wanted to ask you about that, because I do feel like a lot of artists in the industry, especially if you're seasoned, they're always constantly looking for the next hit. And sometimes they can gravitate and get pulled away from their classic sound that fans love and do things that, may not necessarily make their fan base happy. So how do you keep that happy balance of keeping your core happy, but also growing and elevating in your music and getting that message, related to fans?
I feel like it's good to piss your fans off, though.
Why?
They can't box you in.
Touche.
Like whenever Kendrick dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, it was so different for him, and it pissed a lot of his fans off. But guess what? That album, no one knew what he was going to do next.
Yeah.
And they can't sit here and get tired. But it's like Kanye. Every album's a different album. Like 808s and Heartbreak is different than Yeezus and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You know what I mean? Like College Dropout. All these different influence and stuff. Just continuously, like, I embrace pissing your fans off because it's, like whenever you drop the next project, they're not gonna know what you're doing. It keeps you fresh. Oh, they bringing in this sound. Also, they can't put you in a box. That's the best part. That's the best part.
I never actually thought about it
all
like
the time.
that.
I'm trying. I don't want to. Of course, we could go in and go make like the 400 lucid dreams whenever we got in with Juice. But every time, it's just like I'm always trying to look for that next record, but also just don't let the pressure of looking for that next record affect your judgment while you're looking for that record. Yeah, the best way is just like if it doesn't hit you in some way or you don't feel it, don't force it. You know what I mean? Just it'll come to you, and if it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be. And that's why Lemonade is as good as it is because it came to us, and it's like we did this so long ago. It's just one of the things, like, if it's meant to be, it'll happen.
And that's what I mean with you guys, because, like, I believe I heard you say something about how you did Ransom in, like, 5 minutes. And I'm like, 15, how the hell do you do that in 5 minutes? That's crazy.
I think a lot of it has to do with just the team I surround myself with. Like, everybody's hand selected to be here for specific reasons. And it's like, whenever I'm not in the room or whatever, I trust the fact that, like, my engineer, Edgar, knows what I'm looking for. And my producers know what I'm looking for, and we just all kind of are on that same level. You know what I mean? So we're on that same wavelength, and we're just working. We know what each other's looking for, so I don't even have to say it. They're just like, I'm gonna go ahead and fix this. So I know guys ain't gonna like it. Yeah, so it's just we all have the same mindset and are looking for the same thing, and we all have like the same vision for it. Just surround yourself with those people who can like it could clear some of the smoke and shit out of the way and make things a little more clear sometimes.
Just make sure they loyal while you're doing it too, because sometimes...
Oh yeah, I mean you gonna deal with your fair share of like loyal and unloyal people. But the only thing is like whenever you get burned by unloyal people, don't stop the journey to look for loyal people. They're still out there. You know what I mean? Like if you strike out in baseball, you're not supposed to go home and stop playing baseball forever. You got another bat. It's just another couple innings. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to step up to the plate and swing again. Yeah, just keep swinging. They're out there.
So before I let you go, because I know y'all busy, you've worked with so many different artists over the years, and I'm pretty sure there's people that you're checking for right now that maybe the world doesn't know about. Maybe you don't want to divulge their names because you don't want to put nobody on before you can do what you want to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
But are there 3 people that the world may not necessarily know that you're checking for or you're watching right now?
Oh man, just internet money artists we're building right now. Dro Kenji's fire, Alec Wigdahl on the pop side's fire, Lil Spirit from the Bay, Ty Fontaine. We're building them out here, man. We got a bunch of different artists and they're new and they're coming up, but in a couple of years y'all gonna hear who they are. Y'all already know who Alec Wigdahl is. He did the guitar on Lemonade, so there you go. That's one of them.
Exactly. And then last thing before I let you go, album's nearly gold. You got about a month before the end of the year. What's the goal and the plan for 2021 post-COVID?
Will COVID ever really be over?
I mean,
I think that's just a pipe dream everybody's telling themselves. I think this is the new normal.
Bro, I'm good with it though. I love this shit. I don't have to go to
as long as you love it.
You know what I mean? I'm good.
In the words of Birdman Zoe, if you like it, then I love it. There we go. But for me personally, like, I don't know. I just making another album, and who knows? Like, I got a wild, like, shit just comes to me sometimes. So doing the album wasn't something that we planned. I was just high as hell, and I was like, I'm gonna do an album. And they're like, yeah, you should do an album. So the next day I'm working on an album, and I'm tweeting. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have this album done in 2 weeks. We did it in a month, but we did a whole album. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I just get these little spurts of like creativity and just following those. And whenever they present themselves, just understand why they're there, and I need to chase them. And I chase them, and it always leads to something. It's like that gut instinct. You know what I mean? So just looking forward to more of those. I'm losing weight. I'm in a good headspace. I got a bae.
Are you losing weight?
I lost 62 pounds in 3 months.
How the hell did you do
that? Keto.
Oh, son.
Jersey Mike's and Wingstop. I need the Wingstop sponsorship.
Hey, we can make that happen. Holla at Rick Ross, feel me?
Rick Ross, shout out Rose, Florida boy's in the building. You know what I mean? He's in Atlanta full time now, but he's still honorary Florida boy. It's all good.
There it is. Well, I appreciate you for coming through. Much success with the project. And of course, Lemonade's still going crazy. So I feel like that's going to be a #1 record before the end of the year. So it's already doing numbers in the UK. We need to do #1 here in the Bay or in the West Coast. You feel me?
Fingers crossed. We out here. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Taz Taylor loves the Bay. Taz Taylor loves Oakland and the Bay. It's all the best. But
we gonna show you around next time. We got you.
I gotta come out there and experience the city. I seen the Zodiac movie. I know a little bit.
You seen the Zodiac movie? Nah. You gotta watch the Hood to Hood films, then you'll really understand. That
Okay, I'm gonna get tapped in. I'm gonna get tapped. But yeah, we out here. I appreciate you for having me, and thank you so much.
All right, bro. Take care.